Hello, everyone. Welcome to our Monday conversation with Father Pat. Father, happy Thanksgiving week. And seems like a great time of year as we shift into the season of Advent upcoming and the peace and serenity that, well, not often, not always, but often can come with this holiday um, season if it's done right. It gives us all hope if we wait in joyful hope, as we're so often told to do this time of year. You talked about in your bulletin this weekend, in your bulletin article, that Saint Benedict offered I'm sorry, Pope Benedict offered a sort of three-part map to achieving hope through his Spe Salvi.
Yeah. So this is we are entering uh, season of Advent, which should be a time of hope, a time of great joy. Um, how too often though we get so bogged down in Christmas and planning for Christmas and all of that it's even a time of more stress, right? Suicides go up during this time and all, and especially now here with the midst of the pandemic and all, there's so much anxiety, so much stress, the whole political situation and all of that, that it's important we come back to this theme of hope. And so that's why this week I wanted to concentrate on the Pope's encyclical Spe Salvi. And I encourage you to go out and read it. It's out on the Vatican website. But hope is the basis for us. He says, Pope Benedict says that it turns our everyday actions into something more. That without that hope, our everyday actions become just routine. We get burned out, or we turn it into fanaticism, into fantasy of expecting something more than. But hope keeps us, there, that hope for salvation, that hope. And the basis for all of that is prayer. I've been saying throughout this pandemic that really developing a routine of daily prayer, of recognizing there's something more here to life. Pope Benedict used to like to always talk about it's more that we have a relationship with someone. It's our faith is our faith is in a person, is in the person of Jesus Christ. And as we develop that relationship with Jesus Christ and recognize that love, he brings hope into our lives. He brings that meaning into our lives, that as we continue to progress, he keeps us in that balanced way. And I know in my own life, it's lots of struggles right now, lots of opportunities to enter into what Saint Ignatius calls desolation. And when we enter into that desolation, our prayers can be dry, God can be distant, but it's that persistence to keep up with that daily prayer routine. So those three things, right? Prayer, action, and judgment. Prayer, the daily prayer, the action, the bringing all of our actions into that hope, making all of our actions with the hope. And then judgment, we tend to think of judgment, the last judgment and all, as a frightful thing. But what Pope Benedict says is it turns it no, that the hope there is that we understand God's mercy and God's great love, and it becomes something other than punishment, but it's that hope of salvation, that hope because we believe in Jesus Christ, because we recognize God's great love and mercy. It's something great. It's something grandeur. And so that's why we have to have the hope in our life.
Let's keep it on that same theme there and apply what you've just said to the Thanksgiving meal, which is coming up this week. And often, a lot of us will no doubt gather around a table, even though, of course, we've heard the dangers of that during this pandemic. How do we keep the peace during the pandemic, or during the Thanksgiving meal this year?
Yeah, well, and that's where we've got to change our focus, right? Pope Benedict says in the thing that hope transcends the material world, transcends the political world, right? That the hope is this based in love. And that's where hopefully our Thanksgiving meals and all will transcend the day-to-day problems, will transcend the political divide, will transcend our anxiety and our worries about the day-to-day, and really be rooted in that love of God and love of neighbor. That's where here in this Thanksgiving meal we got to remember the origin of the Thanksgiving, right? That the pilgrims had made it through long hard stretch, had finally gotten a great harvest, and with the help of their Indian neighbors, and they all gathered together to give praise and thanks to God. And so as we gather here for Thanksgiving, right, we've been through a long hard summer, a long hard few months, and we've got to really focus on what the true meaning of Thanksgiving is, to just give thanks to God for getting us through, and for the support that we've had from our loved ones, from our neighbors, from everyone around us. And even as we celebrate here, caution with the pandemic still upon us, we still can give thanks to God and that great hope of his love and mercy.
Father, I wish you a happy Thanksgiving and a good week this week.
Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. I hope y'all really celebrate it with great joy and hope, and certainly a sense of gratitude and thanksgiving.
We will not be here Friday, but we will return next Monday.
All right.
Thanks, Father.
All right.